In this video, we'll discuss interface Python with MySQL. So, in this chapter, we'll discuss how you have to connect the database with the Python program. So, first, you have to learn introduction. Uh, when you design a real-life application, you are bound to encounter situation wherein you need to manipulate data stored in database through an application designed by you. So, since we are developing Python application, in this chapter we will discuss how you can connect to a MySQL database from within a Python script. In order to connect a database from within you need a library that provides connectivity functionality. There are many different libraries available for Python to accomplish this. So we shall work with MySQL connector library for the same. Before you start working with the Python MySQL connector, you need to install it on your system. Both PIP and Conda installation of Python MySQL connector is given in Appendix C of this book. So please refer to Appendix E for the installation for the same. So connecting to MySQL from Python. After you install Python MySQL connector, you can write Python script using MySQL connector library that connect to MySQL database from within the Python. So step for creating database connectivity application. There are mainly seven steps that you must be followed in order to create database connectivity application. First step is start Python. Then second step is import the package required for database programming. Third step is open a connection to database. Fourth step is create a cursor instance. Five step is execute a query. Step six extract data from the result set. Step seven clean up the environment. So first we start Python. Start Python's editor where you can create your Python script. It can be idle or spider ready, whatever you feel comfortable in. Second step is import MySQL.connector package. First of all, you need to import MySQL.connector package in your Python script. For this, write import command as shown below. So import MySQL.connector, or you can write import MySQL.connector as SQL tone. So before you have to connect, you have to import this library, import MySQL.connector. So after that second step, we have to open the connection to MySQL database. Now we have to two steps we will to discuss to connect to the database. Next, you need to establish connection to MySQL database using connect function of MySQL connector package. The connection function of MySQL.connector establish connection to a MySQL database and requires four parameters which are your connection object equal to connection object equal to mysql.connector.connect. Inside the bracket, you have to host arguments. These are the host, user, password, and database are four arguments. So you have to give value. Host equal to host name, the host of your the name of the PC or your device. Host equal to host name, then comma user is equal to username, then password is equal to password, and database equal to database. So database is optional. You have to write in the square bracket. Database equal to database name. So user is the username on MySQL. Password is the password of the user. Then host name, the database server host name is IP address. Hostname is the database server hostname or IP address, and database is optional, which provides the database name of a MySQL database. To specify Python identifier as connection object name, you shall be using this name for executing query for other tasks on connected database. For example, you have to import MySQL.connector as SQL This is the alias name. Then mycon equal to SQL.connect. You have to pass four arguments. Host equal to localhost, user equal to root, password equal to mypass, and database equal to test. This is depend upon your system. Whatever you are giving the username, you have to write here. Whatever you giving the user password for the SQL, you have to write that password here. So this is mycon is the connection object. The connection object equal to mycon name is the mycon equal to SQL tar dot connect. You have to write this four argument and you have to give the value for this. So after success, if you execute this two line, if no error is coming out, then it is known that database are connected. But for our satisfaction, we can write this two code to sure that you have to want to message. We want a message to show in the screen that database is connected successfully. So for that, you have to write if mycon dot is connected is a function. If mycon dot is connected colon Then if it is true, then it will print a message print successfully connected to MySQL database. Then following screenshot show you the output produced by the code shown below. So import MySQL.connector as SQL tar, mycon equal to SQL tar connect host localhost user roots password database. If if mycon dot is connected is true, then print successfully connected to MySQL database. Next, if it is connected successfully, then this successfully connected to MySQL database, it will display like this. This is a Python ideally or Spider. You have to write this four code compulsorily. Import MySQL dot connector as SQL, then MySQL equal to SQL dot connect host four argument you have to give. Then if mycon dot is connected, if it is true, then print successfully connected to MySQL database. So if it is database is connected successfully, no error message will come, and this successfully is connected to MySQL database, it will print like this in your output screen. So now, after this four step, next four step is step 4. Create a cursor instance. What is a cursor instance? A database cursor is a useful control structure of database connectivity. Normally, when you connect to a database from within a script or program, then the query gets sent to the server, where it gets executed, and the result set is sent over the connection to you in one burst of activity in one go. But you may want to access the retrieve data one row at a time, but query processing cannot happen as one row at a time. So a special type of control structure called database cursor can be created that gets the access of all the record retrieved as per query and allow you to traverse the results set row by row. So next is in this step 4, you create an instance of cursor by using cursor function as per the following syntax. Then a cursor object equal to connection object dot cursor. So this step, a database cursor is a special control structure that facilitates the row by row processing of record in the result set. The set of record retrieved as per the query. So you have to write cursor is the cursor object. Cursor is equal to connection object is my mycon dot function cursor function. So this is connection object, this is cursor object created. So since we established database connection through connection of mycon earlier, we have to create a cursor object using the same connection object mycon. तो mycon connection object बन गया, उसका एक तो object हम लोग cursor बनाएंगे, cursor equal to mycon dot cursor. Next, after that, we have to how to execute this SQL query. Uh, Once you have created a cursor, you can execute a SQL query using execute function. This execute function with cursor object as following syntax. This is the syntax. First is cursor object. This is our cursor. Cursor object dot execute is a function. Inside the execute function, you have to give argument as a SQL query. Then, for example, if you want to view all the records of table data, which is a table in the database test to which you establish connection in step 2, you can execute SQL query. Select star from data by writing cursor dot execute select star from data. In this way, you can execute the SQL query by using the execute function dot cursor. Cursor dot execute inside the bracket. You have to write the SQL query. What is cursor? Cursor is the cursor object name. And what is this? This is a give SQL query. So in the above code will execute the given SQL query and store the above code will execute SQL query and store the retrieve record in the cursor object. जो एग्जीक्यूट होने के बाद database से जो डाटा उसको मिला, that is known as result set. So it will store the retrieve record, that is result set, in the cursor object और cursor object में वो store होगा, namely cursor, which can then you use in your program script as required. उसके बाद उसको हम कैसे डिस्प्ले करेंगे, हम उसको cursor object से निकाल के हमारा डिस्प्ले करेंगे हमारे हिसाब से. So the result set refers to a logical. What is result set? The result set refers to a logical set of records that are fetched from database by executing an SQL query and made available to the application program. Next, step 6 is extract data from result. How you can extract data from result set. In this, we need this step 6. If you have retrieve record from database, अब SQL query execute होने के बाद database से जो data retrieve होगा उसको बोलते हैं result set. That will hold by the cursor object. So, record from the database SQL select query and need to extract record from the retrieve result set. Once the result of query is available in the form of result set stored in the cursor object, You can extract data from the result set using any of the following fetch function. So first, this is your fetch function. Using the fetch function, you can show the records from the cursor object. So you can write data equal to, there are three functions. First is fetch all function, fetch one function, fetch many function, and these are the three functions. By using this function, we can retrieve the data from the cursor object and we have to display this. So for this you have to write, this is the syntax, data equal to cursor dot fetch all. Fetch all function will retrieve all the records from the cursor object and store in the data. So it will return all the record retrieved as per the query in a tuple form. So जब record जब extract होगा वो tuple form में extract होगा. It will return all the record retrieved as per the query in the tuple form. Next is data equal to cursor dot fetch one. What is the work of fetch one function? It will return one record from the result set as a tuple or a list. Next is first time it will return the first record, next time it will fetch the next record and so on. So this method returns one record as a tuple. If there is no more record, then it returns one. So fetch1 function will return one record at a time in the form of tuple form and store in the data. If no records is found, then it will show a non-value. Next is data equal to cursor fetch many. Fetch many function. This method accepts number of record to fetch and return a tuple where each record itself is a tuple. If there are not more records, then it returns an empty tuple. So it will fetch many tuples, more than one tuples from the database. But if no data is present, then it will return an empty tuple and store in the data. Next one is variable dot cursor row count. What is this function? Row count is the row count is a property of cursor object. It is not a function. It is a property. The row count is a property of cursor object that returns the number of rows retrieved from the cursor so far. Following example will make it more clear. So it will retrieve and it will count the number of record and store in variables. So now let us see the with the following code example how these functions work. For the following code example, we shall be connecting to database set test table student that has the following data in this table. So student of MySQL database test, roll number, name, marks, grade, section, and project. So these are the role. Suppose this is a example of a database student of the database test. Database test एक तो database का नाम है उसमें एक तो table है student. So in this, by using this database, you can run every function and we will explain one by one. So following code example, assume that a connection to the database has been established using connect method of MySQL connector as discussed earlier. That is all the following code example of fetch function have following code pre-execute for them. तो ये सारा फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट किया गया है हाउ यू कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट डाटा फ्रॉम दिस स्टूडेंट टेबल लेट अस सी. So for import MySQL.connector as first you have to write this three statement. For import you have to import the library import MySQL.connector as SQL. Then mycon equal to SQL.connect. For argument you have to give. Then if mycon dot is underscore connected equal to false, print error connecting to MySQL database. Then cursor is equal to mycon dot cursor. So this four statement is used to connect to the database and for the error message. And this is a you have to create an object cursor object and for executing a query. So before that you have to make a cursor object. So cursor equal to cursor equal to mycon dot cursor, then cursor dot execute function. Inside here, we have to give a SQL query, select star from student. So after this execution of this program, it will execute the select star from student query and extract all the record in the form of tuple and that is result store a result set. That result set is stored in the cursor object. Now by using the cursor object, we can extract the data and display according to our choice. Let us now see that in addition of the above code fetch all method will be there. So fetch all method क्या करता है? The fetch all method will return all the row from the result set in the form of a tuple. So you have to write after writing this code, this six line of code, then you have to write this code data equal to cursor dot fetch all. So this fetch all function will returns all the records in the form of tuple and store in the data. Then count equal to cursor dot row count. Row count is a property of cursor object which will count the number of rows in a result set and store in count. Next, print total number of row retrieved in result set. तो कितना number of result set कितना number row result set से निकाला है उसका count में है तो it will print that count. Next is for डाटा में जो जितना रिजल्ट सेट है उसका सारा डिस्प्ले करना है तो यूजिंग फॉर लूप फॉर रो इन डाटा print row. Now you can process the data tuple. Now you can process the data tuple one row at a time. So this is the output. So fetch all database में जितना भी record था उसको tuple form में यहाँ पे show किया है using the fetch all function. नेक्स्ट इज योर फेज मैनी फंक्शन मेथड द फेज मैनी फंक्शन यहाँ पे आर्गुमेंट में एन है यहाँ पे हम लोग खुद का नंबर देंगे कितना नंबर ऑफ डाटा रिकॉर्ड एक्सट्रैक्ट करना चाहते हो द फेज मैनी मेथड विल रिटर्न ओनली द एन नंबर ऑफ रो फ्रॉम द रिजल्ट सेट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ टपल कंटेनिंग द record. So for that you have to write data equal to cursor dot phase many 4, then count equal to cursor dot row count, print total number of row retrieved from the result set count, and for row in data print row. So it will retrieve only 4 records from the database as a form of tuple. Next is phase one method. So likewise, after the connection of database, phase one method will extract one record at a time. So for data equal to cursor dot phase one method, then count equal to cursor dot row count, then it will print the number of कितना record extract हुआ वो उसका count करके यहाँ पे display करेगा. Then print data मतलब कौन सा रो फेच हुआ वहाँ पे प्रिंट हुआ प्रिंट डाटा डाटा में एक रो है क्योंकि फेच वन एक रो को एक्स्ट्रा किया होगा तो प्रिंट डाटा यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले करेगा देन प्रिंट अगेन फेचिंग वन रिकॉर्ड देन और एक अगर फेच करना चाहते हैं तो अलग अलग से इसे लिख सकते हैं डाटा इक्वल कर्सर फेच वन देन काउंट इक्वल कर्सर डॉट काउंट और अभी जो यहाँ पे काउंट होगा कि एक यहाँ पे काउंट वन था अभी नेक्स्ट काउंट यहाँ पे टू हो जाएगा आउटपुट में सो देखो आउटपुट कैसा आएगा टोटल नंबर ऑफ रो रिटाइप इज रिजल्ट सेट इज वन ये काउंट कहा था पहले यहाँ पर डिस्प्ले करा प्रिंट क्या करा कितना नंबर एक्सट्रैक्ट हुआ दैट इज वन और कौन सा हुआ प्रिंट डाटा तो ये रिकॉर्ड यहाँ पे एक्सट्रैक्ट हुआ नेक्स्ट इज अगेन फेचिंग अनदर रिकॉर्ड हम लोग और एक फेच करेंगे रिकॉर्ड तो यहाँ पे टोटल नंबर ऑफ रो रिट्राइव फ्रॉम द रिजल्ट सेट इज टू एंड ये तुम्हारा सेकेंड रिकॉर्ड एक्सट्रैक्ट हो गया सो इन दिस वे द फेच वन मेथड इज यूज्ड इन टू एक्सट्रैक्ट वन रिकॉर्ड फ्रॉम द डाटाबेस एट अ टाइम. So after this, uh, after the extraction, next step is number seven step. Clean up the environment. After you are through all its processing, in the final step, you need to close the connection. So हम सारा डाटा एक्सट्रैक्ट करने के बाद कनेक्शन को क्लोज करेंगे. So this you can do as follows: connection object dot close. Connection object dot close the syntax. So connection object मेरा क्या था? Mycon. उसको हम close function में close करेंगे. So we shall write mycon at close. Following example lists the complete code wherein the first three records of the database table student of MySQL test are listed below. So जो database था हमारा student उसको लेके यहाँ पे प्रोग्रामिंग एग्जाम्पल सारा दिया है तो फर्स्ट हमको क्या करना है डाटाबेस कनेक्शन करेंगे फुल लाइन डाटाबेस कनेक्शन के लिए है उसके बाद कर्सर ऑब्जेक्ट बनाएंगे फिर कर्सर ऑब्जेक्ट में एग्जीक्यूट फंक्शन यूज करके एसक्यूएल क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे उसके बाद एग्जीक्यूट होने के बाद वो कर्सर ऑब्जेक्ट में उसका सारा रिजल्ट सेट है तो रिजल्ट सेट से फिर मेनी फंक्शन यूज करके थ्री नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड एक्स्ट्रा करके डाटा में रख रहे हैं उसके बाद कितना नंबर ऑफ डाटा में रिकॉर्ड है उसको काउंट करने के लिए यूज करेंगे रो काउंट प्रॉपर्टी रो काउंट प्रॉपर्टी में यहाँ पे कितना नंबर ऑफ डाटा रिकॉर्ड एक्सट्रैक्ट हुआ है वहां पे आ जाएगा देन उसको फिर डिस्प्ले करें फॉर रो इन डाटा प्रिंट रो माइकॉन डॉट क्लोज ओके. So next is your parameterized queries. In previous section, you have learned about how you can, okay, in the next video, we'll discuss parameterized queries. Thank you.